Welcome to episode nine of Coffee and Culture. Welcome back. Today's cup is the Cincinnati Reds. I believe I've used them before. They're relevant today, so I'm going to use this one again. It'll make sense in a little bit. But today's topic is really around the concept of small versus big. And what I mean by that is I think most people understand the big things that are needed for company culture, but I think a lot of people don't really spend a lot of time on the little things. And that's what that's the journey we're going to be taking over the next few months with this channel / podcast, whatever we want to call it. To give you some background on this, my wife and I recently had the opportunity to go and attend a performing arts contest, basically a presentation, but it did have a contest side to it. And it was cool because in the contest, there were professional levels, and then there were various levels of amateurs. So you got to see the top level performers, and then you got to see a lot of people who were aspiring to get to that level. And one thing I took away was the difference between the absolute top level professionals and the first level of high performing amateurs wasn't really that much. It was maybe 3 or 4%. And it wasn't the big things. It was the details. It was the nuanced little tiny things that you don't really notice until you see them side by side. And then you say, wow, that's what separates the absolute wow factor from somebody who isn't quite yet there. It's not the big things, it's those little things. And I think with culture, I think people get wrapped around the big things and they lose sight of the little things. So the things we're going to be talking about over the next couple of months are really those little things you can implement pretty easily that pay some pretty good dividends, and you just have to consistently do them. And the reason that I brought the Reds in is, to use a sports analogy, think of it like base hits, right? Everybody loves home runs. Everybody understands the value of home runs, but the singles can win you the games too. And in a lot of cases, singles are very important. So is moving a runner by sacrificing and bunting and things like that, all the nuances of moving people along the bases. They may seem small, but they add up. So as we go forward with the next couple of months, I'm really going to be talking about little things you can do that are pretty easy to implement, that if done consistently, really do pay some dividends. So teaser for the next video. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you being here. Talk to you in a couple weeks. Bye.